Welcome back. As you can see, got a lot more room in the unit today. Let's find out what happened. For those of you who followed my social media will probably know a lot of this story, but I'll just run through it for the guys that don't. So basically what happened was a few weeks ago I got a powder coating machine. Basically I've been doing a little bit of powder coating while I've been, for the car, just to make it nice, do a nice job, a proper job as you should do. So, 6 seconds, as you can see, powder coated a few little bits there for underneath. My modified filler neck, which obviously for the wide body I've had to chop the end off, and just got a hose running down to the flush fit fuel filler cap. That would be that there. So it's just as simple as a hose running down into it. However, I've got a few things that I need to change about that. Mainly being, for some bizarre reason, I don't know why, back in the day I cut it off below the breather pipe, where the breather pipe goes into it. Well, I bought a new one now, so above the breather pipe, so I'll re-chop that and powder coat it and do another one. So yeah, so that's basically scrap at the minute. Fuel pump bracket, which I'm assured are like hen's teeth. I mean, it looks a bit rough. That there it's been sandblasted. That is actually corrosion. It was rotten, to be fair to it. And fuel tank straps. Pretty happy with how they've turned out. So yeah, so we did all that. I thought, well, it would be a shame to put the fuel tank on, mount the fuel tank on when it's all dirty, when it's got lovely shiny new straps. So prepared my fuel tank, done a job on that, give it a lick of paint, new clips and wiring and stuff. Even gone right down to painting the little clips. However, when I looked at it properly, by the time I put the fuel tank straps on, and I was about to put the fuel tank actually on, looked at the bottom of the car and I thought, it'd be a bit of a shame to put all these nice parts onto the bottom of this car, because the bottom of the car looks proper rough. So this happened, and this will show you just how long it's actually been stored for. But first, I want to get rid of the cobwebs and stuff from under here. I think ultimately what's going to happen is I'm going to drop the back axle back out and get that painted and powder coated and whatnot, and all the goodies that go with it. As you can see, it looks nice and tidy under there, and I'll be perfectly honest with you, I don't know if you can see or not, the spring platforms, absolutely solid, even up inside the middle of them, rock solid, not an ounce of problem. There's obviously surface rust, 30 odd year old car, a little bit of surface rust here and there, wasn't the end of the world. So I've done that. Yeah, done that. So the underneath of the car is like, I'm happy with that at the rear end there for being solid wise, but basically now I need to do some sort of treat it so that it doesn't get any worse, because obviously there's a lot of bare metal on there now that was previously caught up with. Under seal, which I might like to add, was very kindly done by the body shop that painted the car without me asking for it done. I was a little bit at the time, I was a little bit pissed off about it, but it is what it is, things happen. So, start cleaning off the bottom of the underside of the car. Now everybody on the forums and on the Facebook pages that I go on basically said, just build the car. Not interested in what I was trying to do, and to be fair, they are right. That's all I need to do is literally just build the car. Waited so long to have this thing on the road, I can build the car, I can come back and do the floor pan later on. Ideally I just need to get the car on the road so I can get some shows this year. They are perfectly correct. So first things first, I need to be pulling the engine out, stick it on the stand so I can start and get some work done on the engine, because obviously, like I said previously, I would quite like to probably get the head gasket done on the engine while it's out purely because for how long it's stood, I can't guarantee whether the head gasket's going to be any good. And you know for a fact, head gasket's going to blow when I'm 2 or 3 hours down the road, which isn't an ideal situation. So yeah, so I'm trying to get that done. So I'm thinking, right, I'm now going to have a car which I've been starting to put parts on. I'm going to have to take all the parts back off again. I'm already running out of space in here. So what do I need to do? I need to move the thing that's taking up all the space. And again, them that watch my social media will know what's coming next. What came next, I hear you ask? If I think about it, I'll put some videos or pictures up here, because we only got pictures of it because we literally tried to bash this thing out in 2 nights. So what I've done is we've actually made a trolley with some big ass wheels on the underneath of the SR. Just want that in mind. I'm not doing it, it's a little bit on the back burner at the minute, that's all. Need to get this done, got some other things I want to get done. I'll come back to this. I can still jump on this in between as I feel happy here and there too. So anyway, long and short of it is now, it moves. So, master plan is to basically put that into a little bit longer term storage, put the bits and bobs inside it that I don't need at the minute, which I've took off it, just hide the cover over it for now, bash it in the corner of the unit, try not to concern myself too much with that. However, look at all the room I've got now. I can move around, I can do things, have a bit of swagger on. It's all good. So we've got room now at the unit to get stuff done. So now I'm going to start and pull the engine out of the wide body, and I can actually get it in the floor and actually physically start working on it, get moved around it. But before I do any of that, first things first, I need to get this place tidied up because it's an absolute bomb site. So yeah, let's get on and do that. See what happens. So as you can see, we've got a big old clear up right the way around. Move the car into the corner. We've got obviously I've got an engine stand ready to go for the engine. The crane, which I've just borrowed temporarily just to get us through. I need to find somewhere to put these, the stands for the rotisserie for this thing. And I have, I'll just walk you around. I've even managed to make room around here as well. So I can now get right the way around the car without an ounce of bother. So, as I say, apologies, this video has been a little bit scattered and a bit weird. Got the whole place cleaned up. Hopefully we'll get back on the content for this one very soon. As you can tell from the movement, I've getting myself a new gimbal and I'm taking a little bit of learning with this one. There's a few different things that it does that the other one didn't, which is taking a bit of catching up. Anyway, yeah, so we'll just put a pin in it and call it a day. Thanks for watching, and we shall see you guys next time. Cheers. Just couldn't help myself.